Well, hello, welcome back. My name is Jay, and welcome back to my home. I just want to thank you for being here with me on this journey to get this house back into shape. So, we got some cleaning and a lot of chit chat along the way, so let's just go ahead and get started. All right, you all, how are you doing? I hope you're all doing good. I hope you're having a great week whenever you're watching this video. I am doing amazing today. While I am recording this voiceover, I'm feeling really good, really inspired by my own video, so I hope that you guys like it. We're starting here in my kitchen. I had crap everywhere. On every surface was disgusting, and my kitchen gets like this quite frequently. I do live in Maryland. I own this home by myself. How does one make such a mess by themselves? Well, I don't know, but it keeps on happening. So I love making these videos because I love watching cleaning videos, and they really did help me sort of clean more regularly and set good habits. Now, this may not seem like the greatest of habits, but I can assure you my house used to look a lot worse. And I don't mind making a mess because I pay for everything up in here, so I'm going to use it to the best that I can. But when you make a mess, you have to clean the mess, and that's the part that just takes forever and ever and ever. So I do try not to let the rooms get this bad, but it happens. Through the power of video editing, we have a nice clean sink. All those gross dishes have been washed. I hand wash my pots and pans and some things that I just don't feel comfortable putting in the dishwasher. You know, like once you put spaghetti in plastic Tupperware and then you put it in the dishwasher, you get that nice red ring that never goes away. And I think it's because the plastic has melted just a little bit, and I don't like that. I'm using that soft scrub plus bleach to wipe the sink, a brand new bottle. I absolutely love this stuff. And if you have white stone countertops like I do, it's really good at taking the stains out of that. So highly recommend some soft scrub. And I did give the sink a really good scrub. I am gonna be honest here. I didn't used to do this until I started watching YouTube cleaning videos. I never scrubbed my sink. If there was food in it, I would of course clean that out, but I did not regularly scrub my sink. Like, I didn't spray it with cleaner. I would just use whatever was on the sponge and clean up any spots that were there. So YouTube really has taught me some much better habits. And I'm not going to say that I scrub the sink every night. I do not, but definitely way more often than I used to. And of course, if I'm preparing a whole chicken, which I don't do often because dealing with a whole chicken is gross, then I will clean out the sink really well with a bleach-based cleaner before and after. But yeah, I was not regularly scrubbing my sink before this. And did you know some people scrub their sink and they dry it? Why? It's a sink. But it does look beautiful in videos, nice and shiny, but we're not going to go that far. But I did give it a really good scrub. And then I used some dishwasher tabs to clean out not the dishwasher, the garbage disposal. Because I didn't want it to start smelling, and it very quickly does that. The Let Me Shine ones. It did foam up inside. The foam didn't come out, so it doesn't look as glorious on camera, but I really like that garbage disposal cleaner. It's my favorite one that I've tried so far. Once I'm done with the worst task, other than mopping the floor, I also really dislike doing that. I'm just gonna go ahead and clean off all these counters. And usually when the counters get really bad, that is what precipitates my need to okay, enough is enough, you know? So I'm just gonna go ahead and get all the counters cleared off and then wiped down. I'm using the Lysol lemon spray. It's either the multi-purpose spray or it's not the Kitchen Pro. So it's just the regular Lysol spray in the yellow bottle. And then I do believe I went over some of the counters with my countertop spray. but maybe I didn't. I don't remember. But the Lysol is really what gets up the dirt and grime when you have your own sticky fingers creating little sticky marks all over the counters like I do. So where have I been? I've been here. I've been in my house just being a summer bum, although I'm more of a yearly bum. I've just been being a summer bum, but I'm finally feeling, I think, kind of back in the regular routine of things. Yep, I did go ahead and use some of that Wyman Quartz and Stone. I'm at the end of that bottle, so I sprayed pretty heavily so that I could finish it off, and I do have a backup. Anyway, I do want to get back into my weekly videos. I really liked making them, and of course YouTube is a hobby for me, but I have to constantly remind myself that even your hobbies you have to be consistent at if you want to get better. And there are some hobbies come in and out of your life, but I really want YouTube to be consistent, and I want to be more consistent. And those of you that always comment and watch, there's like maybe 6 or 7 of you, and that's just so awesome to me, and I never want to let you down. Although I know it's not a huge part of your life, I get it, these are just kind of cleaning videos, but it makes me feel really, really good when you come back and you watch and you comment, and I just love that interaction. So I am going to get back into my weekly videos. So 7 to maybe week and a half, 10 days, because I always got something going on. I've picked up the house projects again, and you'll see in this video, I finally finished most of the flooring in my storage room. So I have a room in my house, if you're new here. It used to be a garage. It was converted into another living space. And that's the case for a lot of single family homes in my neighborhood. People just needed more living space, so they convert their garage, good or bad. I am okay with it. Our winters in Maryland are not too horrible, although having a garage would be really nice. It's not something I'm going to pay to convert back. So I have this storage, I use it as a storage room right off the kitchen, and it had carpet in it. Can you imagine? It had carpet, and the previous owner was not the cleanest, and she had a lot of pets, and they left a lot of really gross stains there. And in the storage room, there's a smaller storage room where I use to store all my cleaning supplies, and that was the worst room. When I moved in, it smelled like cat urine so strongly. I painted the floor with an odor blocking primer, and then I just quickly threw down some flooring she had left behind, and it was finally time to convert all of that room to one flooring. I used luxury vinyl plank, and I put down 2/3 of the room, and then I have to clear out that smaller storage room so that I can put the rest of the flooring down. So that's what we're going to do in this video. If you've been with me, I've been kind of talking about getting rid of all the carpet in the house. And now we only have one more room of carpet, which is the living room. I didn't clean it in this video. It doesn't usually get that bad. But so it's the newest carpet. I think it's salvageable, but I do eventually want to get all the downstairs done. But after I cleaned out the storage room and I got most of that flooring laid, I was thinking, I really could lay the flooring in my whole downstairs. I could relay it, because I did part of it by myself and it just was horrible. But the guy that I had hired to do it, he was really condescending. He talked to me not good. He would get frustrated and take it out on me as the person paying him. And he didn't threaten me. I didn't feel unsafe, but I felt very uncomfortable. So after he finished some of the flooring, I just ghosted him. He's like, hey, where are we gonna pay the next installment and we can do the rest? And I just never responded. So maybe not the most mature thing, but as a solo woman, I just was so uncomfortable, and I just ghosted him. We were at a good stopping point, so it's not like I owed him money. But yeah, so that's what happened. So the flooring, this was my first time ever trying to lay vinyl flooring. And when you buy vinyl flooring, the systems are different. So there's different types of, it's click lock. And these planks, you have to it's a lip system. So it doesn't just click into place like the new flooring I put down. You got to slide the lip under and make sure it's tight, and you got to get it in. I know I'm not explaining it very clearly, but it's just a more complicated system. So if you've ever watched videos of people laying this vinyl flooring, it's just one of the more complicated click lock systems. So it looks bad downstairs. In the videos, you can't tell because it's better than concrete, but it does not look good. There's a lot of spaces where I didn't cut under the baseboards to slide the flooring flooring under, so it looks really choppy around the door frames and it just doesn't look good. So I was thinking, now that I've really gotten the hang of it and did such a good job in my other room, I could do downstairs. But I think that's the fool in me talking. I think that's the overconfident me, and I need to just go ahead and pay somebody to not only redo downstairs, but pull up the carpet and install that as well, so it's all matching. But I'm gonna give you a little break from a little chit chat. We're just finishing, still cleaning this kitchen. Even the trash can was very crummy and gross, so I took the trash out and then I mopped the floor with the rest of a bottle of Fabuloso that I had. I keep all of my grilling supplies in this bin, and then I just take it outside when I'm ready to grill. Do you keep your grilling stuff outside or inside? It's weird, the things that you don't know because nobody told you. Those microfiber shoes I'm wearing are from Amazon, mop shoes. I bought a pack of 5 or 6. They were maybe around $12, so pretty inexpensive. And that's my O-Cedar spin mop. I also purchased replacement heads on Amazon for it, so I do have multiple heads. And after I use one, I take it off and swap it out for something new. And now we are in the storage room that I was blabbering on about earlier, and here is the new flooring that I chose. And when I went to the store, they show you what systems, the type of click lock it is, and I picked the one that was easiest. So here's a view from the kitchen. So as you can see, I still have to do that strip in that little storage room, but I need to clear all that out so that I can access the floor and get in there and lay the rest of it down. So that was the focus of this video, was clearing out that storage room. And that table is what will eventually be my kitchen table. I'm gonna do some modifications to my kitchen cabinets, but that's something that's way on the horizon, maybe in the next 6 months to a year. So in the meantime, it just stays in here. I also had to move my fridge back, my deep freezer that I said I was trying to eat out, and it is only about a third of the way full at this point. But of course now I'm having second thoughts. I'm like, my freezer in the kitchen is really small, and having a deep freezer doesn't hurt anybody. And now that I've cleaned up this room and I repainted it and it looks nicer, it's not cluttered and it's not dark and dingy, and the deep freezer just sits right there. It's fine. For the furnishings, I'm just using stuff I already had. This little cart came out of my wax room. I did some moving around in there, and eventually I will swap it out for a taller rack that I have stored in my spare bedroom right now when I pulled everything out of this room. But I'm just putting stuff in as best as I can right now, just trying to get it in there and neat. And then in the future, I'll worry about maybe getting some nicer storage solutions. So this could function as maybe a big dining room. I don't need a dining room, but I know that is something that a lot of people look for in a house. So I was thinking that I would maybe get some cabinetry along the wall and just shove everything in those cabinets. And I can use this room for my tools and holiday decorations. But we'll see. All that is for future. For right now, we're just trying to clean out this room and get that floor cleared off. These two small cabinets came from Lowe's, and that's where I store my cleaning supply hoard. And I moved them out of this room, and I actually really like having them more accessible to me now. And I went through my cleaning supplies, I decluttered a little bit, and I also will have a little cleaning supply tour, so you'll see what I have. Way too much, but I've purchased things. I just like having I like being prepared, and I was this way before COVID, so no worries. I was not one of those pandemic hoarders who went and bought all the Lysol wipes up. I didn't do that. I was a Lysol wipe fiend before the coronavirus. So I already had a good stash. I actually really didn't need to stock up at all during the pandemic because I had plenty of stuff. I remember when I bought these two cabinets, I had to wait a while for Lowe's to get them back in stock, and they were so heavy. Oh my goodness. So heavy. I'll never forget how heavy the boxes were. And this was back when I just had my Kia Optima. Oh my gosh. So in the parking lot, trying to get them to fit in my car and then dragging them out of the car. Holy crap, it was so stressful. And then when I put them together, the doors didn't line up. And I was like, you know what? This is good enough. This is good enough. So the doors are unaligned. They don't have the handles on them, but that's fine. They work just fine. They look nice mostly. So I'm pretty satisfied. There is another cabinet that I want to get. It's taller. But now I'm thinking, should I just look on the manufacturer's website and see if they have a really big one and then do a wall of those cabinets just matching? I don't know, it's all up in the air. That little mini vacuum is a Bissell like pet tool, a YouTube made me buy it item that I never use. But again, maybe now that it's out in the open, I will be more tempted to use it. I know my couch cushions currently got a lot of stains on them, but what I usually do is I'll just grab a bottle of Folex and a microfiber cloth, and I'll just do my best attempt to spot clean the stain when it happens. So I'm usually not pulling out this mini upholstery cleaner and actually using it. I don't necessarily regret buying it, but I don't think I needed it. Maybe if I had a kid and they were like smearing lasagna on my couch, maybe I would need it more, like more serious stains and other people living here. But a bottle of Folex, which is a carpet cleaner, and a microfiber cloth usually does me just fine. Those white packets, those are not Pampers, those are garbage bags. So I have a Simple Human trash can in the kitchen, that trash can and recycling combo. And on their website, I did the calculation. It was cheaper to buy a big multi-pack of trash bags than it would be for me to go to Target or even the Amazon brand of like a Glad trash bag and buy those. just per bag. It was way cheaper just to buy it from the Simple Human website, and they had free shipping at the time. So I usually will just buy my trash bags in bulk, and I've not purchased trash bags in over a year because I looked at my last Simple Human order, and these trash bags lasted me months and months and months. So that's just an idea if you have a Simple Human trash can. I know that usually buying the name brand trash bags are more expensive, but in this case, it's actually the better deal. On the top of my cleaning supplies storage cabinets, I wanted to go ahead and organize my everyday cleaning products, or my weekly cleaning products is probably more accurate. So these are the things right now that I'm currently using that when it's time for me to clean my house, I'm gonna reach for. So I keep them out and accessible. It's just easier, and I think it looks fine. Everything doesn't have to be aesthetic all the time. I think it looks very clean. And I actually did downsize these bins from 2 to 1. I refilled my garbage disposal pods, or my dishwasher pods rather. I put some of that stuff up. I had a hand soap that needed to get put somewhere else, and I put some of those cleaners that were duplicates inside the cabinet. But I just like to have everything I'm using accessible, and I also keep a small selection of cleaning products in certain rooms. Like upstairs in the bedroom, I keep the duster cloth so I can quickly dust if I want to. In each bathroom, I keep some multi-purpose wipes and a multi-purpose cleaner. If I'm up there and something needs to be cleaned right away, then I can just go ahead and do it. I don't have to leave the room and forget what I'm doing and never come back. You know what I mean? Another thing with me is I just find it easier to buy something that I need in the store, and I end up with duplicates. So instead of saying, I'm just gonna go home, do an inventory, see what I got, and then the next time I'm out, I'll buy it. I'm like, nope, I'm in the store. I thought sometime in the past I needed this item. I'm just gonna pick it up. I'm here, I can afford it. I'm just gonna grab it. So then I end up with 4 packs of paint trays to paint with, and I don't plan on painting anytime soon, but now I have 25, roller trays. So that happens to me quite often, but again, now that everything is out and I can see it, it has already curbed my buying in excess. Multi-purpose sprays. I do not need another multi-purpose spray. And I actually had the nerve 2 weeks ago to go in the store looking for one because I thought I didn't have any left. Are you kidding me? That's insanity. But once I did this, I was like, you are crazy. What are you doing buying multi-purpose sprays? So that's another benefit of organization. And I need to see my stuff. If it's too put away, then I'll keep buying it. It's crazy. This is where we ended up at the end of this portion of the cleaning. So here I have some tiles that are way too heavy. My kitchen backsplash, it's just so heavy. So as I'm putting the flooring down in that room, I'll work side to side. And then here is the room. And I did paint the baseboard. So when I laid the flooring, I put down quarter round, that's what it's called. And it covers the gap between the baseboard and the new flooring. And I did end up painting that white. In this video, it's still a gross off beige color, but it is white now. And here are my everyday cleaning products. We got some Mr. Clean, my Tide fabric sanitizer, some Wyman electronic wipes, my Method wood cleaner, gloves, my Tinco cleaner that goes in the Tinco machine, and some wipes that I purchased from Dollar Tree, the Tough Plus. They're an okay buy. If they were at like a Walmart or Target, I would not recommend them, but for $1.25, pretty good find. And then down in this one, I have all of my multi-purpose sprays, my extra quartz sprays, extra Dawn Power Wash, my fabric sprays. That's a cleaner that I use in the sink, some Scrubbing Bubbles toilet sprays. And on the bottom shelf, I keep all of my insect stuff. So fly traps, ant traps, fly spray, and I keep extra cleaning bottles, like glass bottles I can fill with cleaning products. And then on the other side, I keep light bulbs. Costco had a sale on light bulbs. I'm not kidding, maybe 8 months ago, and I just bought everything. They don't even fit in the house. I don't know what's wrong with me. But I have all of my Lysol wipes, Clorox wipes, Fabuloso wipes. And then on the bottom, I keep my sprays. So disinfectant sprays like Microban, Lysol, and then oven cleaners and floor cleaners. And here is where I have all of the pads to my various mops and brooms and steam cleaners, and then also all of my mop shoes go in there. And then in the next drawer, I keep all of my extra sponges. So Scotch-Brite sponges, Mr. Clean Magic erasers, just things to clean out the tub, tons of Scrub Mommy sponge. That's my favorite sponge. And that's my little cleaning supply hoard. And then we are right back in the living room. And now that I've finished most of that flooring, I can get rid of all these boxes and just all the stuff. I did speed through, or rather cut out the table cleaning. It was just a lot of nonsense. Me going up and down the stairs, into the kitchen, into the living room, back out to put stuff away. So I did clear off the table, and then we're just gonna move right on to the clothes on the floor. One of the biggest, my biggest problems that I thought I had finally conquered, but it's okay. We are getting it cleaned up now. And for this room, you guys, I finally bought the chairs. I had been looking at these chairs on Target's website for a long time. I even showed them at work just to ask people's opinions, but they were $300 each. So Target released new chairs that were $350 each. And I was like, those are it. Now's the time. I know they're not going to go on sale. The nice stuff at Target really doesn't go on sale, but I finally bought some new chairs for this room. So we are one step closer to moving out this dining room table, which I was going to save because I absolutely love it, love it, love it. But I'm thinking maybe I'll just sell it on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know. But to clean off the table and all the surfaces in the room, I am using my Method lime and sea salt spray. I believe it's the lime and sea salt one. I know it has lime and it smells really nice. It's very fresh and it was in my collection and I didn't know I had it and I need to use it up. So I'm using that everywhere that I wipe down in this video. But I bought the chairs. I'm looking at them right now. They just got here 2 days ago. So now I want to get a love seat. So where this table is, I want to replace that with, it's 2 barrel chairs and a love seat on the other side. And then maybe like not a credenza, kind of like a credenza behind it. So that when you walk in the house, you see on the left a table up against the stairs. I want to get a nicer one for that, a bigger one. And then on the right, you'll see the shoe cabinet and you'll see kind of a credenza there. And then the seating area. Just to give a little bit of separation from when you walk in my house and the actual like lounge area, since I don't have a true entryway. This is the table that I want to get something bigger. Look at that janky flower arrangement. But I got that bowl from Walmart and it's really, really nice. I was surprised to find it there. So, update on the chairs. I bought them. Now I'm just looking for other pieces of furniture before I start making my moves. And this is the inside of my shoe cabinet. Disgusting. It's been on my to clean list for a couple weeks now, and I just finally went ahead and did it. I keep all of my everyday shoes here because I'm always late in the morning. I don't have to be at work at a certain time, but for traffic purposes, I like to leave at a certain time and I'm always rushing out. So I just keep my most used shoes in here. So to the right of the shoe cabinet on the floor is a mailbox, and I kind of want to do an over under on how long it'll take me to actually install that mailbox that has been sitting there for, I'm gonna say, upwards of a year at this point. I just don't wanna. But my mailbox is really small and old, and I just want to have nice things, but I'm the one that has to make them nice, and I just don't want to. So it sits there, it lives there. Another reminder that things do not have to always be perfect or be in the perfect spot, as long as it is fine for you. I'm gonna go ahead and clean these floors, and to mop the floors, I did put a new mop head on my O-Cedar spin mop. And these are the floors that I was talking about earlier that do not look great. Again, they're floors, they're functional. And when I moved into this house, there was carpet, white carpet. I mean, like, what the hell? Up to the door, the front door, it was so gross. And then when I had people come in and quote me for floors, they pull back a corner of the carpet, or maybe you don't know. Usually when people come to redo your carpet or to replace the flooring, they just peel back a corner of the carpet really easy, and they're like, oh no, we can't do this. The tile under there, like, we can't handle that. It was the dreaded A word, a substance that is banned in the United States, and I'm sure other countries. It was probably banned there first, and it's no longer used. But I had tile that was made of this substance that can give people very dangerous cancers. So I had to have that remediated professionally. So I paid a company to come in, and the owner was so super nice about it, because when they came in and they quoted me, I teared up and I just got sticker shock. And it was not in my plans to pay. That's what I wanted to pay for new flooring, not to get the floors cleared out for the new flooring. So they gave me a little bit of a discount. We negotiated the price a little bit. Well, they made it lower for me, so I would probably stop crying. But I had all of the floors. So this front room and my 2 bedrooms in that hallway, all of that was ripped up completely, and it was just concrete. So we went from concrete to vinyl, and now we're going to go from vinyl to better vinyl. But that's fine. Homeownership is quite the process. And thank you guys for sticking with me in this video and just always being encouraging and supportive. And I hope I see you soon.